Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews, welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video here. And with today's video we talk about the Summer Game Fest announcements. Big one, the main one talking point of Spider-Man 2. We've got first looks at the rebelmoon project, Zack Snyder's Netflix rebelmoons, along with seemingly a director being the front runner for Batman Braveandthebold, along with test screenings for the new Superman, Clark Kent and Lois Lane. So lots to dive into, let's just get straight into it here. And as per usual here, timestamps will be in the description down below. Anything that you're more interested in, anything that you want to hear about more, timestamps will be in the description down below, so you can skip around to anything you're more interested in. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I do these every single week along with other videos such as tier rankings, in-depth spoiler reviews, regular reviews. So subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on that. And this every single week, movie news, video game news, TV series news. So hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on that. But without further ado, the first news story we're going to be really diving into here is the Summer Game Fest. Now, before we move on to like the big talking point here, a couple of announcements that they have released. They got a better look at Alan Wake Part 2, the PS5 game that they also showed off in the PlayStation Showcase a couple of weeks back here. And then one that I'm really actually excited about is the Prince of Persia video game that they announced. The Prince of Persia The Lost Crown is going to be releasing in January of next year, so that's one I'm really looking forward to. I haven't had a Prince of Persia game in such a long time. But of course, the biggest news story here, one that honestly I'm super pumped about. I did a shorts about this, so link will be somewhere around here. It's in terms of Spider-Man 2. So we got the release date, which is going to be October 20th of this year. So literally 4 months time now, so we're not going to have to wait too long for that game. And we got to see a couple of like screenshots of Kraven the Hunter fighting Spider-Man and Miles. We've got Venom fighting Miles and Spider-Man, and lots of speculation on who Venom could be, because they confirmed here that Eddie Brock will not be playing Venom in this game. So lots of speculation here, people saying Harry Osborn might be playing it. But for me, based on what we saw in the post-credit scene and based on like the information we got of him like dying, I don't think he's going to be the host for Venom, only because the symbiote itself looks for like a strong host, and with Harry dying it just wouldn't make any sense. Now Peter Parker could be Venom for most of the game, and then we're going to have that dynamic of Miles fighting Peter because of like the symbiote taking over Peter Parker and just like him turning evil. So I think that is one theory. But because as you see in the screenshot here, you've got Peter and Miles fighting Venom, another speculation is that it could be also Kraven that takes on the Venom suit. So a lot of theories, a lot of speculation. And then they also announced a couple of like pre-order bonuses there. One which is like the big bonus, which is like a 19-inch figure of Venom with Miles Spider-Man on top. That looks so fantastic, but the pricing of like $230 I believe it was for that pre-order bonus there, so a very hefty pricing pre-order bonus. Honestly, I just cannot wait for this game. It just looks so fantastic, it looks so incredible, it looks amazing. One of the most anticipated video game for me. Honestly, I'm ready to spend the whole weekend of October 20th just playing this game. I really cannot wait to just play Peter Parker, play as Miles. They also confirmed that you can switch between the two characters in between like missions, so on like side missions, and just if you're wanting to swing around you can switch between characters, which is a perfect nice touch, along with a couple of like other announcements when it comes to the game. So something to just enjoy and look forward to when it comes to Spider-Man 2. If you've seen the screenshots, if you've seen like the trailer, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Your excitement level, your hype level. Are you going to be getting the pre-order bonus? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, as we're sticking to like video game news here, the next news story we've got here is that Universal and Illumination are reportedly closing a deal with the Legend of Zelda movie, and this is basically based on the video game. So Illumination Studio, who made the Super Mario Brother movie, which movie was so fantastic and really fun to watch. A couple of flaws in the movie in itself, but overall just a really fun time with that movie. So they're going to be taking on the property of the Legend of Zelda, the video game, and making it into a movie, most likely an animation movie as well. I'll be completely honest, I've never played the Legend of Zelda video games, and I know it's just a really popular game. I'll be completely honest, when it comes to like the Nintendo Switch games, I've just not had a chance to play as many Nintendo games in itself. Apart from the Super Mario Brother video games along with Sonic, I don't remember any other like Nintendo video game bases I've played, to be completely honest with you. I've just never thought Legend of Zelda would be my cup of tea, but I have seen like footages of people playing it. One I might check out, especially before this movie does come out. But with Illumination being the studio reportedly closing in on the deal, I have faith in this studio here because of, like I said, the Super Mario Brothers movie and what they did with that. And I think they will do a pretty good adaptation of this video game. I just need to play it or see footages of the game more just to get a better understanding of like what the storyline could be, because I can't like lie and say that this is what the plot is going to be, this is what I'm theorizing, since I've never played the game. However, for you Legend of Zelda video game heads, people that are like super into this game, what are your theories about what the plot could be, what they're going to adapt? And also for me as like a noob when it comes to this, which game should I start with, which game should I avoid? Please let me know in the comment section down below, and your thoughts about this news being the next video game to be adapted into a movie. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below here. Now, in terms of trailer wise news here, one big trailer that they released here was the Expendables 4 trailer. I'll be completely honest, this trailer looks very bland, really, like, the whole point of a trailer is to get you excited, and for me, this trailer just got me less hyped for the movie. Like, it's focusing mostly on, like, this fight sequence between Jason Statham and Megan Fox, and, like, you could feel, like, this sexual tension between them, and honestly, I don't understand the whole point of having Megan Fox in an Expendable movie. You don't have really like the characters from the previous franchise like Terry Crews, like Jet Li. Sylvester Stallone is barely showing up in this trailer as well as it is. So I'm not getting that same vibe when it comes to like the Expendables movies there. I just think that this is just going to be a flop of a movie. I honestly won't be going out to the cinema to watch this just based on this trailer itself. So I'm honestly disappointed with this trailer, honestly disappointed with what they're going for. So with Expendables 4, if you have seen the trailer, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. And also, if you would go out and watch it just based on this trailer here, let me know about that in the comment section down below. Now, for the next news story here, we've also got like an update or a first look at the Twisted Metal series. So this is coming out next month, July 23rd. I believe it was the release date, going to Peacock here. And we saw the trailer of the interaction between Samoa Joe and Anthony Mackie's character here. Again, another video game I've not played, but based on like the reaction from this, kind of upset with Samoa Joe's character here. So Samoa Joe, who's playing Sweettooth, I believe his name is, he's going for like a more comedy route. You see him singing with Anthony Mackie's character here, so not really diving into like the lore or like sticking with the character in the video game itself. This is what I'm seeing from like people's reaction here. We also got a first look at like a couple of like screenshots here. So we see here Anthony Mackie and Samoa Joe character in this arcade here, and we've also got a screenshot of Anthony Mackie inside the car. He was mentioning a lot in like the clip that they released about him going back to his car. We also get like a screenshot of Anthony Mackie and Stephanie Beatrice, who I did not know was going to be part of this show. She played Rosa Diaz in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one comedy show that was really entertaining here. Had no idea she was going to be in this movie. So we see her and Anthony Mackie, looks like in a bar as well. And then we get to see a better look at Sweettooth again, who's being played by Samoa Joe. I can't confirm this, but I believe that he's not going to be voicing the character too. I believe it's going to be somebody else. So that's kind of like that kind of sucks that he's not going to be actually voicing the character here. And then we also get more in terms of like castings. We've got Thomas Hayden Church, who, if you aren't aware, was Sandman in Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man here. So we get to see him as the police officer here. And then we also get to see Neve Campbell, Sydney from the Scream movie, also a screenshot of her in the Twisted Metal show. So actually a really great star-studded cast in the show here. It is being described as a comedy series, but yeah, based on just on seeing reactions of people who are a fan of the video game, who play the video game, aren't liking what they're seeing so far with this. For me, so far from what I'm seeing, I'm not completely blown away. I do want to check it out just because of like the cast here, but so far not overly impressed with that. So let me know your thoughts about that, Twisted Metal fans, in the comment section down below. What your thoughts are about the first teaser look that they've shown here, what your thoughts so far about everything they released. Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, for the next news story here is we've got a lot of photos released here by Vanity Fair in terms of the Rebel Moons project. If you want to know where Zack Snyder is going to be creating this project called Rebel Moons, going to be releasing in Netflix later on this year. So we've got a couple of screenshots of the project itself here. So you see, and I apologize if I'm going to butcher these names here. So you've got Sophie Botella and Charlie Hunman. again, apologies there. So you see a first look of them in this Rebel Moon world that we're seeing here. We're going to look at Ray Fisher in the Rebel Moon project here. Looks like he's fighting this soldier here. Looks honestly really fantastic, like the cinematography so far in this here. And then we also get a look at more of the cast members from here. So you've got a first look at the characters in the Rebel Moon project here. So you see these couple of screenshots here of like these characters that Zack Snyder has created here, pulling up all the screenshots that they've released so far, again coming from the Vanity Fair. And we're even looking at the main cast of like the project itself of Rebel Moons here. So this is going to be the cast in the actual project itself. And basically, if you are wondering what like the story is about here, basically it's confirming, and this is again coming from Vanity Fair, the story which Zack Snyder has been mulling for more than 3 decades focuses on outcasts, malcontents and refugees from many disparate planets who join forces to rise up together against a punishing authoritarian government. As in real life, uniting so many different factions is easier proposed than accomplished, both in the story and behind the scenes, as multiple plot lines intertwine in every way. Rebel Moon is a heavy lift. It's got a very sci-fi element feel to it. It just honestly looks fantastic based on like everything we've seen so far here. And again, this is coming to Netflix later on this year in December, I believe it is. So starting to get more details about the project, starting to get first looks at everything here. I'm honestly impressed again. Like I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far with this, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out when it does come out on Netflix. First of all, let me know your thoughts about the screenshots that they released here and your thoughts about the project itself. Have you seen all the little clips and photos and footage that they've shown in regards to the Rebel Moons project? If you're a Zack Snyder fan, if you're not a Zack Snyder fan, let me know your thoughts on the project. Will you check it out? Again, let me know all of this in the comment section down below. But with Rebel Moons, first look of the images here from Vanity Fair, let me know your thoughts again. Now for the next news story here is we've got one which I'm kind of a bit worried about. This is in regards to Ocean 11 prequel. We've got confirmation here that Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling prequel Ocean's 11 is going to be set during the Monaco Grand Prix in 1962. It is being described as an epic love story adventure disguised as a heist. And the director basically confirmed here. So Roach confirmed that the Monaco Grand Prix is the backdrop and there's a big famous shipping magnate who has a yacht. It is not inexpensive and I wanted it to be old-fashioned. Margot brought it to me as a kind of an old-fashioned epic love story / adventure disguised as a heist. It is a heist movie still, but is very much a love story, and we were both inspired by Hitchcock, To Catch a Thief, but also Notorious. It just wants to be a big, cinematic spectacle. We didn't quite sync up yet on what the right budget for it is. Originally, there were some questions about whether it'd be weird to have Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling together after Barbie, but I think there's just some pairings you want to see over and over again. It is such a powerful duo, and it's a suspense of will they will come together. Will they trust each other enough to team up? That's romantic. That's why Notorious is one of the most romantic movies I've ever seen, because they don't trust each other and they need to trust each other. That's the heart of what I want to do. Now, for me, it's not in terms of the casting that's worrying me. If you're not aware of this, if you never heard me talk about it here, when it comes to Ocean's 11, the movie from 2001, it's my favorite movie of all time. I've loved this movie. I'm such a huge fan of it. The cast, the plot, the story, just everything. I can rewatch that over and over again. Granted, the sequels were a bit hit and miss. Ocean's 12 was pretty decent. Ocean 13, bit of a hit and miss situation there, and then the reboot I'm just not even going to go into, to be honest with you. But Ocean's 11, hands down my favorite movie of all time. And so for me with this prequel, I'm a little bit worried with it. When it first announced, my reaction was that they don't need to make her a prequel. They can just leave the Ocean's 11 franchise in peace. But from what I'm seeing right now, just knowing that it's going to be an epic love story, a heist love story. Heist movies, I'm a huge fan of, one of my favorite genres, but to have this as like a love story heist movie set in like the 1962's Grand Prix, nonetheless, like I'm not a huge like Formula One or racing like person here, so it's just not capturing me right now, and it's just got me a little bit worried. I want to see first looks, first trailers, just to get an initial reaction, just to get a feel of it. But right now, so far, I'm just not overly excited for this prequel yet. But again, that could change here. For you Ocean's 11 fans out there as well, Let me know your thoughts about this so far in terms of the prequel, what you think about this, what your thoughts are about all of this. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. But for the next news story here, we've got recently Anthony Mackie confirming earlier this week the new name for Captain America 4. So before it was Captain America 4 New World Order, but it recently got a name change, and we saw like set photos with Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie here with the new name Captain America Brave New World. Now I don't know 100% reason for the name change. I believe it's got to do with like New World Order. This is just weird conspiracy theories going on with like that phrase New World Order, a lot of like real life situations which are kind of like messed up. So I think Disney just wanted to like steer clear of that and just not have anything to do with New World Order, which I can understand why they want to do that, even though I believe that New World Order does have a better ring to it when it comes to like Captain America 4, because Brave New World, for me, when I hear Brave New World, I kind of think of Disney cartoon song, like a song that's just ready to be made into a Disney movie, if that makes sense. So I'm not 100% on board with the Captain America and Brave New World. If you really think about the plot when it comes to Brave New World, it kind of makes sense, but I feel like New World Order would have made a lot more sense with like having all sorts of like company trying to go for the adamantium in that celestial island there. So I feel like that would have made more perfect sense. But Brave New World, I guess maybe we'll get used to it there. Maybe they'll come up with a different name. Who knows? But the movie is going to be releasing in May of next year, and filming is going to be wrapping up pretty soon here. And so we are getting like more footage, more details. Again, I did a video like last month when it comes to like the Serpent Society, Seth Rollins joining the Serpent Society. They're going to be one of the villains there. You've got Betty Ross coming back from the Incredible Hulk, the leader. You've got Thunderbolt Ross. Also, when it comes to like the suit as well, when it comes to like Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson's suit, we get a better look at the suit itself. But to be completely honest with you, I'm seeing it up close, seeing it in more better quality there. I'm not a huge fan of the suit. I do prefer the one from Falcon and Winter Soldier. I feel like that's got like a more nicer tone, more glossy look to it. This one just feels very generic, and I'm just not a fan of it. But hopefully we do get a better look of it. Hopefully it does get improved when the movie does come out later on next year, when they improve like the CGI or the visual effects for it. But overall, in terms of the new name, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Do you prefer New World Order? Do you prefer Brave New World? Let me know in the comment section down below here. But we go from Marvel to DC now, and we basically got confirmation here. So more or less detailed of the director of the Batman Brave and the Bold, James Gunn's rebooted DC world here. So this is coming from One Take News here. Huge shout out to One Take News. And we've also confirmed it by Big Screen Leaks as well. Two Twitter users here, very highly reliable here. So they basically confirmed that Andy Muschietti, who the director was from the Flash movie, the one that's coming out next week, next week I believe it is. So basically confirming here that Andy Muschietti is being reportedly set to direct the Batman Brave and the Bold movie. And now I haven't seen the Flash movie just yet, but I hear that a lot of people are praising Andy Muschietti for how he was able to handle Ben Affleck's Batman and Michael Keaton's Batman. He did such a fantastic job when it comes to the two of them in the Flash movie itself. So I'm actually pretty looking forward to that. Everybody who has seen the Flash movie just praising the movie, giving it good reviews, saying it's a great movie. And so I'm pretty excited with him being on board to take on the Batman Brave and the Bold. So you've got James Gunn going to be directing the Superman New Legacy movie. You've got Andy Muschietti directing the Batman Brave and the Bold movie. So pretty good news when it comes to like DC side of things here, or in terms of like projects that are being announced and who's going to be working on it, directing it here. James Gunn hasn't yet confirmed it here, but it's pretty much, I would say, set in stone. I believe they are just waiting for the Flash movie to come out and for like the writer's strike to just get all resolved here before they officially make it announced here. But based on like multiple sources from what I'm seeing here is that Andy Muschietti is going to be the one directing Brave and the Bold. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. If you've seen The Flash, what your thoughts are about him directing the movie and him being the director of Batman, and also your thoughts overall in general of him taking over for the movie here. Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. But for the final news story we've got here, also related to DC side of things here, is we've got a couple of updates when it comes to like Superman New Legacy here. So this is coming from the deadline here saying Superman Legacy in-person screen tests are on the horizon as Warner Brothers and James Gunn gets closer to finding Clark Kent and Lois Lane. So the three names that are being test screened in terms of Clark Kent here is we've got Nicholas Hoult, David Cornsweet, and Tom Brittany. Now, for me, I know when this also did get first announced here that Nicholas Hoult is being possibly being portrayed as Clark Kent or Lex Luthor. I'll be completely honest with you, I see him more as a Lex Luthor character rather than a Clark Kent. Now for the other two, David Cornsweet and Tom Brittany, if I had to pick between the two of them just based on the look, I feel like David Cornsweet does have more of that Superman Clark Kent look to him. I've not seen any of the projects for both of them there, so either choices would honestly work great. I think James Gunn was going for like a brand new actor who's not well known so that they can just make Superman their own. So that's why I also don't think Nicholas Hoult will be Clark Kent, honestly. And for Lois Lane, we've got Emma Mackey, Rachel Brosnahan, apologies if I butchered that, and Phoebe Deniver. Again, apologies for that. So they're the three names that are going to be screen testing for Lois Lane later on this month. So three actresses, honestly I've not seen any of them in previous work, but all good solid choices here. So I feel like they're basically going to be the ones that are playing Lois Lane. So you've got, again, for me, my theory is the two male actors, they're going to be playing Clark Kent, and then one of the three who are also going to be playing Lois Lane here. So we should be getting more details here. I believe they are going to announce something in July. I think Comic-Con is around then, so I think that we might get some announcements when it comes to that. But most likely one of the three Lois Lanes or one of the three Clark Kents, we're just going to find out more details here. They're going to be screen tested, which basically means that they're the front runners to be playing Clark Kent and Lois Lane here. According to the deadline here, assume that insiders close to the process say first in-person test screening with DC co-heads Peter Safran and James Gunn will take place around Father's Day weekend or the Monday, Tuesday after, with Nicholas Hoult, David Cornsweet, Tom Brittany expected to test for Clark Kent, aka Superman, and again Emma Mackey, Rachel, and Phoebe testing for Lois Lane. Sources add that some test deals are still being negotiated and haven't all closed, but that as of now, these are the names expected to participate in the auditions. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Who your choice would be out of the three of them for Clark Kent and Lois Lane, who your number one pick out of the three would be. Let me know in the comment section down below here. But again, we should be hearing something here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because as soon as we do, there will be a video announcing those details and the casting here, so that way subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on when we do find out here. But that about wraps it up for the weekly entertainment news video here. Again, lots to dive into, lots to discuss here. Please let me know your thoughts about everything we talked about in the comment section down below. And also I have got a Twitter, link is in the description down below, so that way if you ever want to know whenever I do post or my thoughts in general about things that do get announced, I have got Twitter, so you can go ahead follow me on there. But thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews. Peace.